Bezat Hashem, we're back to the Limud Torah. They have to go figure out what the Gemara says. If the woman will hear what the Gemara says, B'schut Nashim Tzadkiyot, what does it mean, B'chlal? They'll go crazy. Daf Yud Zayin, Brachot Yud Aleph Amud Aleph, tells you there clearly that woman only way ticket to Olam Haba, and it also explains Olam Haba not meaning Gan Eden, it means actually Olam Haba, the 6,000 year, the 7,000 year, the ultimate goal. The ultimate goal of a woman, the ultimate life of the thousands of years that will be Ne'enim Miziv Shechina. Gemara says over there that the men are enjoying the Ziv Shechina. So how does the woman get there? She doesn't have Torah. The Gemara holds a whole problem. The Gemara says, I don't understand. Men are going to be enjoying the Shekhinah by learning Torah in front of them. So what is the woman to marry? Right? And why is that a question? Well, so from there you see, first of all, a person who doesn't learn Torah, he has nothing to do in Olam Haba. A person who doesn't learn Torah, he has nothing to do with Olam Haba. Oh, he doesn't support Torah. The merit of supporting Torah, it gives him that ability that he's going to go and he's going to be now in the name of Ziv Shekhinah. He's going to enjoy the presence of Hashem because through the presence of Hashem is what the enjoyment is from Torah. So if the person doesn't learn Torah, he has no part in it. There's nothing. So the Gemara says, okay, so what is about women? The Gemara explains that a woman is only way is pushing their men to learn Torah and taking their children to yeshivot. Not men driving their wives, their children to yeshivot in the morning, kids in the morning, and skipping the whole day. B'meili he has to work like a shore, like an ox. And now he has to also skip morning seder and night seder. And I called a guy at night last night. Rabbi, I'm putting the kids to sleep. And that could be a big deal also. That could take an hour and a half.
It takes me 3 hours.
3 hours. Baruch Hashem, Baruch Hashem. Anyway, so B'siyata D'Shmaya, today is the 24th of the month of Av, Wednesday, the fourth day of the week of Parshat Re'eh. Time is flying like. Okay, so start. Rabbi Yaakov is gonna here. You have the mic. Rabbi Yaakov is gonna start the Seif Bet. בכבוד.
לפסול האבנים ולתקן הקורות, אפילו בביתו של אינו יהודי, אסור, כיוון לצורך מחובר.
Right. Oh wow, look at that. You know what he's telling us? It says if a goy is, you hired a goy, again, talk about the continuation of the previous Seif. What's telling us you did it bekablanut. You didn't hire him per brick. You didn't hire him for a job. You hired him, per job, not per brick. So he says, "Livsol ha'avanim ultaken hakorot." He's gonna shape the stones. In olden days, they made stones at home. I remember those days.
Yeah.
I remember those. We actually had those. Right?
They still do. You make it from cinder blocks.
Not cinder blocks. Right. This is a good thing. When I was growing up, they were making it out of mud and hay. Mixing mud and hay. I remember I grew up in Tashkent, so I saw a remote of Uzbeks. That was their their technique. Yeah, that's that was the bricks. I mean, most of our walls were made of that. Anyway, so Filu beveito she'eino Yehudi asur. Thank you. Okay. Thank you. Forget, like you said. You're right. Okay. Afilu beveito she'eino Yehudi asur. I don't take. Baruch Hashem. Thank you, Rabbi Roy. Before I don't look inside before I talk. You're right. Okay.
No, you don't look when you say things that are coming out of
Shem Rachem. Okay. Afilu beveito shel eino Yehudi asur. Right. So, whoa. Wait a minute. Yesterday it sounds like we said tangible things sounded like not tangible, non-tangible items, things that are small. The goy could do it in his house.
Yeah.
So he says no. Since the bricks are part of earth, right, and they're going to be something that's going to be solid. Once it was, nobody moves around bricks. So that cannot be done, even in the goy's house, with the contract. That's the Shulchan Aruch so far. Continue. Wow.
Don't put it into the.
If the goy did it in his house on Shabbat, and you find out about it, then you cannot use it on Shabbat. That's Shulchan Aruch. Whatever that means, we'll see what Mr. Berurah explain to us. Haga.
יש אומרים דעים אינו מפורסם שהוא של ישראל,
Shari. However, this is what Yosef. What is it? Kolbo. Kolbo argues on Yosef. Okay, it's kedai because of this machlokes that we had. Usually we skip Ish Mazliach till the end, but let's look right now. Ish Mazliach actually has something to say about this. So on the Rama, he says like this: Katav again Bach. Why is Bach with the Aleph? Bach with the Aleph? Usually Bet Chay, no?
Ben Ishchai, no?
Ben Ishchai, you think? Ah, okay. Could be, okay. כתוב בכתב ובנשחיים, אוקיי. בדיעבד אם עשה הגוי בשבת בביתו ולא מיכה ישראל בידו, יש להתיר לשקם אחר כך בבניין. You know what he said? If a goy did it already, and the Jew did not reprimand him, did not stop him, did not tell him not to do it, I didn't tell him to do it, and I didn't tell him not to do it. He did it on his own. Some say it's okay. I ain't sure. Okay, so let's look at Ben Ishchai is on the side of the Mekirim a little bit. ונראה דסבירה לה כמו שכתב בהאג.
If she forgot, she went and washed the dishes also, or whatever.
That's not a problem.
She put dishes in the dishwasher.
Not a problem.
In
Not
the
a problem.
dishwasher.
Not a problem.
I'm saying,
Technically, she could do it by hand. So
Yeah, the only reason why we don't allow her to do the dishwasher.
she's a fancy.
Listen,
she's a fancy cleaning lady. She
Habibi,
makes it, put it in the
since we're on YouTube, people in a whole don't live in houses like you. In your house where you live, in a single house, simple. You don't worry about chash, the goyim and everything. In apartment buildings, you have to tell her she cannot use the dishwasher.
Why?
Because now the people with the choishish, they don't know what's going up there.
oh, they hear it, you
They
mean?
hear the noise. Yeah, there's a chash of the noise that the people might think that they're using.
It's so quiet.
No, that's what you think. What are you talking about? The dishwasher?
Oh, you're saying.
The machine.
No, they have white.
Apartment building. You know what apartment building is? Baruch Hashem, you never lived probably. I know what it is. In Brooklyn, forget about it. In the private house, it's two family home. The guy sneezes in the attic, in the
Because
basement.
they're all buildings, there's no insulation. So you hear everything.
Very good. So Ben Ishchai says you're allowed to do Avad because he holds like who?
He says, "Desir le kamo shekatav bahal, shegam maran nachon leachmir kama." No. See what it says here, nachon leachmir. Where is nachon leachmir?
Like Moran.
But where did it say? It didn't say nachon leachmir. Here, maybe in Beis Yosef.
No,
יש אומרים זה
it says
אינו
here
מפורסם.
Asur. The Ben Yosef, Shulchan Aruch says here Asur. So the Ish Mazliach is saying it's good to be Mahmir like the Maran.
No, he says why. Ben Ishchai says he gave you a heter. He says if you didn't tell the goy and you forgot to tell the goy, and he did it now, right? So he says you're allowed to use it. So he says why? Because in Beis Yosef it says nachon. The language is nachon leachmir. It's preferably to be stringent.
Okay.
He didn't really, but over here he did this. He said asur over here.
Yeah.
He says היהודי אסור, כיוון דצורך מחובר, ואם עשו כן לא ישקעם בבניין. See, this is the נקודה. So over here we're going to see there's a star. Everybody sees there's a star? You see
There's the Berurah Halacha.
look at the star. The star is Berurah Halacha. Are you on the Siman? I see. We're on page 8. Okay? Look at the Lo Yishakam. You see that? You see everybody sees that right here? So the first star is Lo Yishakam. Right here. Show them. Right? No, not there.
Yeah, no, it's
That's where the star goes.
Oh,
Oh, by him. Okay. Lo Yishakam b'minyan. So here he explains. Hine betur. Now this is Berurah Halacha, right? That's Berurah Chafetz Chaim. Hine betur katav. The asur l'shakam b'minyan. The Torah says clearly that it's prohibited to put it on the building, those bricks that were made, without you telling him specifically, don't do it. והד לעניין בית כתב הטור בסימן, סימן over there, 543, the Tur road, וממנו דעתיק המחבר בסעיף, and in our, the Maran brought it here, רק נכון להחמיר. So therefore, the Maran over there in Beit Yosef, Mashma, is telling us it's good to be מחמיר, to be stringent.
It's Asur.
Right. תרד בתוספות בשבת והדרך אתה רוצה לשקעם בעניין חשוב כי לכתחילה. Okay, alright, so what's the לכתחילה? וכן כתב כף החיים. So no, it says that the רוצה לשכן בבניין חשוב כי לכתחילה. So כי לכתחילה is what? What does the לכתחילה mean? Don't put it on the binyan. If you want to put it on the binyan, it's better to be choishish לכתחילה, not to put it. So basically, if you want the binyan to stand, don't put it. If you want the property to last a long time, don't do it.
He's saying, why did the Mechaber in the Beit Yosef say that you should be machmir?
Right.
Here he says straight up, not allowed to use it. So
Yeah.
there's a contradiction between his words.
לא ישכן בבניין. He says not to use it.
Yeah, he says
He didn't
not
say
to-
אסור.
Meaning it's a sword.
No. Tom Nachon Nachmir, Ben Ishchai is explaining to you that it's Nachon lo lechatchila. That's what it means. That's lechatchila. Yeah, okay. That's the word
So
lechatchila.
if you have an option,
Right,
then
right.
go for the
If
one
you
that
don't
was-
have an option, let's
If you
say
don't have an option-
you would love to be machmir, but the problem is there's not enough bricks going around.
Exactly.
It's not here. It's not considered b'di'evet when you want to go ahead and use those bricks.
Can you say b'di'evet on this concept? That's what you want to
If
say.
they already put the bricks, he's saying you don't have to go back and redo it.
No, not if they already put the bricks. The bricks were made. I don't know where you just added that. You be very careful there. We're not talking about that you came in already the building overnight structure. Come on. We're talking regular business. Right, the guy did it in his house. He's coming Monday to work.
If he wants to go ahead and put it in his building.
That's not what he said.
Yes.
דרוצה לשכן בבניין חשוב כי לכתחילה. He says, that's what he says, לא ישכן בבניין. לכתחילה לא ישכן, that's the explanation. That's what he's explaining on that part. לכתחילה don't. If you have an option, you have other bricks. What's the big deal? Sell these bricks to Goy. Again, he's not telling you cannot have a benefit out of those bricks. He's telling you don't give it to the.
So then in Beit Yosef when he says nachon la'achmir,
Yeah.
it matches here.
Right. The lechatchila, it's not the best.
Sore, but
Right.
it's
Lo l'shakam.
yeah, okay.
Lo l'shakam. Meaning, what do I learn from here? Very simple. If you grind those bricks back and remake them,
You can
You could reuse it.
Yeah, there's no
Recycle?
Yeah, it's not.
yeah, it's not asul leolam.
But the whole problem we have been dealing with is marit ayin all these times.
Right.
So we're saying this is a retroactive, like if you use something to build a building that was made in Shabbat, then retroactively now we're looking at that. So the person, the community sees, oh wow, look, he's using a brick from this guy who made it in Shabbat. And how far you go?
Beautifully, you just started that because that's why we have Mishnah Berurah. Marit ha'ayin. Once we go into Marit ha'ayin, see, Shulchan Aruch didn't say those words. We're just learning what Shulchan Aruch says. We want to understand Shulchan Aruch, and we're going to go now. Mishnah Berurah is going to explain why. Because now you went to explanation.
Okay.
I usually keep that for Mishnah Berurah. That's why Mishnah Berurah is here. Because Matok Midvash, he explains everything beautifully. Rabbi Yaakov Bechavot, the Psol. No, let's take it. Let Zohar read a little bit.
Where are we reading? Berurah Halachah?
Bet Yudalet Mishnah Berurah, Habibi. Sif Katan Yudalet. Everybody there? Yudalet, okay? Bechavot.
לפסול
על שולחן ערוך said לפסול האבנים, right? ודווקא? וכולו, אוקיי. ודווקא כשהאבנים והקורות הם?
וקורות הם של ישראל.
So he's making, I guess, a wall. Korah is a beam,
Yeah.
right? Or the, what's his name? The bricks. Everybody knows this is the job for a Jew. How do we know that? How does everybody know that? Simple. The guy is the only this profession in town. Everybody knows. Who made an order right
The only
now?
supplier.
meaning he's
He lives in a hick town. There's barely 10 people in town, and obviously he's doing the job for whom? We were just hired him, so everybody knows it's going to be a Jew. That will be also.
Well, he's saying if the bricks and the beams belong to the Jew, and he gives it to the goy to fix.
You talking about fixing? You think now we're talking about better
To turn it into it.
So okay, you don't give him bricks, you give him mud.
the
You give him
raw
material.
supply.
Right.
You give him the raw supply.
Except for a beam. The beam you have to give him wood.
Yeah, you give him wood and
Wood.
he chops it up, makes it into nice beams.
Okay,
That's
let's
what
see.
Mishnah Berurah is saying.
Utanam, Leoman. Oh, okay, that's the next word you're already cheating. Okay. Utanam,
ותנם
Leoman,
לאומן אינו
יהודי
יהודי לסתתם
ותקנם.
ותקנם.
So you give him to set it and to prepare to make it, to fix the beams. So you had the beams in your house or whatever, you just demolition the house and you had those beams, and all the times it was not the easy
They're
come by.
recycled, yeah.
They're recycled many times, right? So now you give it to him to fix it. אבל
אבל אם היינו יהודי מסתת אבנים שלו ומתקן קורא שלו.
Shelo, meaning is the goy's
it belongs to the goy, everything belongs to the goy. שהישראל עשה עמו קיבורת על הכל. So the Jew came and gave a contract. I said, I'm buying all this bricks and all those beams from you. והברira,
ברורה עוד ביד
העד היהודי לסתת אבנים אחרות,
לסתת אבנים
אחרות, ולהחזיק אלו לעצמו.
אלו לעצמו.
אפילו עושה זה לצורך ישראל, אם אינו בביתו ביתו של ישראל, אף שהוא מפורסם שעשה זה לצורך ישראל, מותר. Here is the main nikuda. You wouldn't think about it, right? When you learn Shulchan Aruch, you don't know what's going on here. So here, Chafetz Chaim makes it beautiful for you. What is he saying like this? Where the Isur is of Shash, where everybody knows there's a Shash, you gave him material, you gave him everything, and the guy was doing for you everything. So now there's a Shash. However, says Mishnah Berurah, if it all belongs to a goy, and even if you made a contract with him, but still a
It's a
goy,
big factory.
but what happens? You know what happens? Habibi, you paid $100,000. There's another contract that says I want it now for $200,000.
Yeah.
Can the goy change his mind?
Yeah.
Of course. Of course, as long as he's going to make a delivery and bring you other stuff that he could make after Shabbat, that's the so Chafetz Chaim says there is no maritime here. There's no problem at all. If it all belongs to a goy, if it's a manufacturer, like Rabbi Yaakov just pointed out, in 2 words, and I'm saying it in 20 words. So if it's a manufacturer, halas, okay, there's not a problem at all. שזה לא נקרא עדיין מלאכת ישראל, because since the goy could do it for the next person, it's gonna get even sunnier there. Tzaddik, stay there, and like less than 10 minutes, it's gonna shift here, like this whole area. I beg them to put blocks on these windows. You know, it shifts. If you stay there for 5 more minutes, 5 to 10 minutes max, it's gonna go away before the beginning of the tefillah. Good morning. Okay? עכשיו שעשה זה לצורך ישראל מותר. שזה לא נקרא עדיין מלאכת ישראל, because this is not called a job for a Jew. כן כתב הדגור מרבבה. So this is the explanation of ספר דגור מרבבה. וכבר קדמו בתשובת הרדב"ז בחלק שישי, סימן נ"ו. Even Radbaz already spoke about the same thing. אך שמסיים שם, ואם היה היינו יהודים מסתת אותם בשבת סמוך לבניין, אין נכון הדבר. So over there it says, however, if a goy is really doing it right next to the building, and that's how they used to do, that was Becks when I was growing up, where they making bricks? You think they're going to schlep? They brought mud with hay, they would make it right in front of the construction site.
So it's obvious.
So, right, so it's obvious it belongs to a Jew. So over there it says, even though all the material, everything belongs to a goy, he says, nachon eno davar nachon. Still didn't say asur. En davar nachon, he says, en nachon davar. Yaakov, you hear me?
Yeah, I heard.
It's out of this world, right? Mishum, marita ayin, shelo yomru schirohu. Even though, we're talking specifically where there's kablanut, where there is a contractual agreement here. Still, people might say it's a job that the Jew hired him specifically to do the job on Shabbat. But Bezat Hashem here, we're going to end. Let's do some musar. Yom tov, Yom